Hello. One little note on cancer. There is a connection between the proliferation of nematodes, helminths, worms, parasites, let's just say worms, at the molecular level that mirrors cancer proliferation. There's like a mirror thing there. And so this kind of reality does happen in old medicine, say theory of signatures, Paracelsus, Steiner, other people have used some of these ideas, although there's like an intuitive thing behind it. And, for example, mistletoe, it grows kind of like a parasite. It moves in any which direction, out of season, totally in disconnection, apparent disconnection to the host or the tree. So you see these little like balls of like vine leafy kind of bubbles, like circles or spheres up in the tree and from a distance. And so, and this turns out to be an amazing, you know, um, therapeutic for cancer, one of the cancer treatments that was a big alternative cancer treatment that they were using, where they would inject different strains of this mistletoe extractions into the body until the skin became a certain type of red. There was like a red reaction. And then once they got to that red reaction, they found your dose, and then they would continue that for up to a year or more in fighting this, as long as the vitality was there. So this was a whole nother thing, and of course they tried to shut it all down and so whatever. But what I'm saying is there's this theory of signatures. There's this. I'm not saying you have to go into all the belief of the theory of signatures. You don't have to go into like some old medicine. I'm just saying that there's a mirrored thing there. And so when you stop the proliferation of one, you stop the proliferation of the other. And so, and this is a general sense. I can't speak to all sorts of fusion between toxins in the environment, cancers, and all of these realities, because they may take a much more mixed bag approach. As with almost anything in life, there's a subtle nuance of things that need to be looked at. But I will say that just on like the base level, that this is why these dog dewormers and Fenbendazole in particular, which is now in a goat dewormer because they took it out of the dog dewormers because people were starting to find out about it. And also, vets were using it for the same reason and it was working for the dogs. So they saw it and they just, and the molecules are made for humans. It's not a dog molecule. It's just, they put it in dog format, which is just ridiculous. It's the same thing. So these, all these different ivermectin and different types of combinations we have of things that apparently are just for animals, it seems to be where the truth lies today because of the backwards world we're in. I mean, when you have to buy raw milk from the cat food section of the store, you're very far away from common sense at this point, and may need to learn the truth from a horse's mouth. You know what I'm saying? You may need to have to only get something that the only reason it'll work is because it has a horse or a goat on it. That's the only reason it'll probably work in that world. So in that exact situation, make sure you're talking to the animals. So anyway, which is funny because the American Indians used to have a saying that when you get sick, only the animals can heal you. So this has taken that to another level. But anyway, this stuff is available at Tractor Supply and feed stores, and if you've got cancer, you can take it right alongside. It can't hurt. And it can't hurt. It's been tried way too many years and decades on way too many millions of people for anyone to raise a fuss at this point. But it can be taken alongside any other therapy, and that's what's beautiful about it, is it allows you to have at least two realities going. You don't want to give all your authority over to one reality, especially in this paradigm we're in now. We have to be able to, give that authority to our higher power, but not to any human authority or science or whatever you want to call it. So if you like more of stuff like that, come check us out at theheartoftradition.com.